I always do things in honor of Pele. That's why we're starting 20 minutes late. Someplace in the world he's doing that for me. Jen asked me to say a few words because, quite candidly, Jen said he's pretty boring and he wanted me to get you pumped up a little bit. So, I'm glad to be here as always. As I was coming over here, I was thinking about what the analogy is. And I'll tell you a quick little inside story. In 1980, a hockey team beat Russia. And it was called the Miracle on Ice. And Al Michaels very famously at the end of the game was saying, "Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles?" And we, the old New York Cosmos, we were connected to that hockey team. And most of us were at that game because Giorgio Canalia, his brother-in-law, he married Connie, his brother-in-law was the captain of that team, Mike Aruzioni. So now today, and I think of last season, this is the miracle in New York. I mean, it's just unbelievable to me that a team after so many years came back, started with the front office, hired a coach, got players, and went on to win the championship. So for me, I think it's the miracle of New York, and it's the first step. So I'm proud to be a part of it, and I want to introduce you. This is New York Cosmos Media Day 2014, and it's an honor to introduce my friend and the COO, and one of the key parts of this process, Erik Stover.
Great year for us, very successful, and now heading into 2014, we're excited to do it all over again. Just a couple housekeeping things for me, and then shortly we'll all go upstairs and you can meet the guys that you're here really to talk to, and that's the players and the coaches. Again, we're excited for 2014. What we did last year I think was remarkable, and we've gotten better on the field. We kept the guys we needed to keep, and we've brought in guys that are going to help us. And Gio's here, he'll talk to us shortly about that. But we feel very confident going into this year, not only to defend our title in the NASL, but for the first time for the Cosmos to compete in the US Open Cup. It's a great opportunity for us to test ourselves against the best in the United States and hopefully in Canada, and then ultimately maybe in CONCACAF. One thing I want to talk about next week, not only are we starting our season, but Hofstra is hosting a symposium on the impact of soccer around the globe. Pelé will be honored with an honorary degree. We'll have Pelé at our game. I've looked at the agenda, 3-4 day agenda. It's fascinating stuff. Any of you can make it out to the symposium. I think it's worth your time. Hofstra's done a great job putting it together. And anytime you have Pelé on the agenda, it's going to draw a crowd. So we're looking forward to that. Also, today we made a big announcement. Our relationship with One World Sports is continuing. And Joel Feld is here today with us, representing One World Sports. And I'll pass the mic over to Joel now, and he can give you a little more of the flavor of what that deal is exactly.
My name is Joel Feld. I'm the head of programming for One World Sports. One World Sports is America's network for global sports, and we're very proud to be the broadcast home for the New York Cosmos. This year, first a little bit about the network. Fully half of our programming includes some of the finest soccer we think in the world, including the coverage of the J-League and A-League from Asia, the AFC Champions League, and next year we'll be carrying the Asian Cup 2015. We also have exclusive partnership deals with Arsenal, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and AC Milan to round out our soccer programming currently. We're seen on, very proud to announce that, or be part of Verizon Fios One, Cablevision, Dish Network, and Mediacom, and we hope to be making some more announcements about national distribution in the coming weeks.
Very excited to start our season. We worked very hard. It's been a long preseason for about 2 months and a half almost. So we're definitely excited to start playing competitive games now. We feel very confident in our team this year. We feel that we are stronger. We feel that we add up some quality players. We're going to take it the same way as we said, game by game, just making sure that we are at our best in every game. But this year we have the incentive as well that we're going to be competing in the US Open Cup. I think it will be a good thermometer for us to be able to play with some of the teams that will be most likely playing during that time. So we're definitely excited about everything that's coming this year, and definitely open to all the questions that you have about the team, about the players, and the things that we have done so far. Thank you.
We've said from the beginning, as we've taken over this project, that we want to be at the top of the pyramid in the United States. We believe strongly that we can do that. Any team in any sport, if they're going to be successful financially, successful on the pitch, in the front office, commercially, you need your own stadium. And if we do what we plan to do, it'll be the best stadium in the United States for soccer, probably for all of North America. And it'll be a huge step forward for us putting the Cosmos back to the top, and without question we'll be able to recruit a team that would be on par with the Cosmos of the late 70s. We're taking the calls already. We just need to have everything in place for us to take those steps forward. We need a name. Marco Senna certainly is a name, but he's really quintessential Cosmos, especially Giovanni Savarese's Cosmos. He is first class on the pitch, first class in the locker room, first class at home, first class in the community. It's nice that he won a European championship. It's nice that he's one of the probably top 5 central midfielders of the past decade. That's all great, but first and foremost, he fits the type of player that we expect out of the New York Cosmos. From a front office point of view, it's good to have things to market, players to market, players to promote. So if those two things come forward again, then the board and the front office will take a very hard look at making that kind of move.
And with that, I have to say that we're never going to make a decision just to sell a shirt because we want to bring a name. It needs to be the right person. As Erik just said, we get a lot of phone calls from many players that are interested. New York is attractive. The New York Cosmos has history, but it needs to be the right kind of players. We don't want to just hand a check to players that are going to be committed to the project, that don't see the vision, and especially that they are not humble enough to work hard and be able to be teachers and work with the players that they're around in order to make sure that they elevate what we're trying to accomplish. And we're very fortunate to have Marcos, and we hope that in the future we find more players like that. But we mention always Marcos, but I think this team has so many great players and so many big names already in our eyes, because we're trying to build something special, and they're committed to that as well.